Sí, el cafecito.
For Carol Duran Perez, the routines of daily life have been thrown into chaos. She's a Venezuelan immigrant, now terrified of being deported.
Are Venezuelans really regretting their vote for Donald Trump? That is a question that needs answers, because we are seeing all these cases now that many Venezuelans are now being deported or are at risk of being deported because TPS status has been revoked by the new Trump administration. Now, is this regret really real, or it's just a small minority of them? So many Venezuelans supported Trump, but we're going to see in this video, we will see this woman afraid of being deported because of the TPS revocation. And also we're gonna go to Mexico and see some Venezuelans stranded in Mexico because they cannot enter the US now because of the revocation. Now, enough talking, let's just go straight to the video.
Are you afraid of your son walking to school?
Sí.
Yes, truly, yes.
What are you afraid of?
De que lo vayan.
That they'll pick him up and he won't have time to call me. Also that it might happen when I'm not with him or he's not with me. That is the worst fear I have.
Like so many other Venezuelans, she cheered when Donald Trump was elected because of his tough approach to policies, such as his promise to crack down on a violent Venezuelan criminal organization.
We will expel every single illegal alien, gang member, and migrant criminal operating on American soil and remove the savage gang Tren de Aragua from the...
Tren de Aragua. Tren de Aragua. The train of water. Or whatever he tries. The way he says it sounds like Tren de Agua, like it's a train of water. But the lady, as you see, she cheered when Donald Trump was elected. Now, we all knew what Trump had promised. So, trying to act surprised now, you put a Pikachu face surprised. Oh my goodness, what's happening? Why are they targeting us now? It is quite a shocking state that you wanted these things to happen to other people. You did. You wanted the hammer to fall on the other people to be hurt. But now when things change and you are also at risk, then it's panic situation. Why are they doing this to me? Why? But enough of this. Let's just continue with the video.
United States.
You supported Donald Trump, even though you couldn't vote for him.
Sí, sí, yo creo que...
Yes. I believe there is a large community of Venezuelans who did.
What she didn't expect is for those policies to throw her life in limbo and stoke fear in her community. Carol is one of hundreds of thousands of Venezuelan immigrants who were granted temporary protected status, or TPS, under the Biden administration. President Trump wiped that away for all Venezuelans. When they said the TPS is going to be revoked, were you surprised?
Sí, totalmente.
Yes, totally. And this was a hard blow because practically the same day he took office, he went against Venezuelans. It seemed personal.
Come on, man. Like, these things is like a joke sometimes. It's like a joke. She was there probably dancing to that Cuban song, we vote por Donald Trump. Like, probably that's what she was doing. Now, she is changing her mind. Why is this happening to me? I did not know this. How can you support someone and not know what they stand for? Like, that makes no sense to me. But maybe it's just me. I should not be speaking so much. Maybe ICE will be downstairs knocking at my door. But it's sad overall. It's sad the state of America that is right now. Right now, being cruel and evil is in fashion. That's what it is. The more cruel and hurtful and hateful you can be, that is what is in fashion. That is what is on trend. Everybody is turning on each other. It's shocking. Well, technically, we have been warned so many times by African Americans have been warning us for so long. Like, the America you guys see is not the America that is reality. Now, I am saying that because I am an immigrant from Africa. And, you know, when you come to America, you have all these beliefs and stuff. And, you know, the people are amazing and everything. And then you face the reality. You get slapped in the face by reality. And then you realize, wait. So there are this type of people also in America who do not want you here. They do not want you here. They do not care for you. They will not piss on you if you're on fire. So it is a reality check that is written to you and signed that you have to go deposit. So we were all warned. I knew it, and I try to stay away from politics. But in this case, I have to cover these things. But let's continue.
Carol's not alone. This slice of Florida is affectionately called Venezuela. Doral, a Miami suburb best known for its Trump golf resort, is home to 27,000 Venezuelan immigrants, more than any other city in the U.S. President Donald Trump handedly won Doral in 2024, a place where 40% of its population has Venezuelan roots. And it's restaurants like these that have become staples of the community, also where they've protested his actions to revoke TPS. El Arepaso is a gathering place for Venezuelans. The restaurant is losing business. People are afraid to leave their homes. Immigration attorney Rosana Guillen says her phone hasn't stopped ringing since the decision to revoke deportation protections.
And there's actually people sobbing on the other line, crying and scared for the family members.
She says it's a mistake for the Trump administration to group all Venezuelans together with the criminal gangs.
We have doctors, engineers, baseball players, musicians. We have a beautiful community. They came here.
Okay, sorry, I have to pause again, but was it a mistake when Trump said, in Springfield, they're eating the dogs? like when, you remember, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. When they were turning on Haitians, when Haitians were being whipped by Border Patrol, you remember Border Patrol on horseback, whipping Haitians like it was the days of slavery, when Haitians were being mocked and laughed at, that they're eating dogs, they're being terrified, like they were being totally terrorized in Springfield. Did they come to the defense? Did they tell them how the great of a community Haitians have? No. They still supported the guy who was saying these things. So most of these supporters, like the one who was just covered, she's living in America. She's doing the interview in Spanish, meaning that her English is not even, she's not speaking English, even though she's living in America for I don't know how many years, but she still supports Donald Trump. So you think Donald Trump is going to support you and be on your side when you're not even speaking English? Or like they would say, you're not speaking American? Do you really think that? I mean, these things are just... You can't make this up, man. You cannot make this up. When it comes to their community, they're like, oh my God. Do not. We are a great community. We are the best. Please. We have always voted Republican. We've always voted for MAGA. We are MAGA. And then they want the hurt to happen to other people. But then when it's turned on them, now it's, oh God, please help us. The phone is ringing. Okay, let me just finish this video and then we go to Mexico real quick.
Here legally, they pay taxes, they contribute to our economy.
Local officials have warned that the Doral economy could grind to a halt if Venezuelans lose their ability to work legally.
Without that community, I think Doral will cease to be what it is. We're going to turn into a city that is going to lose a lot of its residents.
A group of Venezuelans is suing the Trump administration for revoking TPS, arguing the decision was, quote, illegal for multiple reasons. For Carol, time is running out. What are you most afraid of for you and your son?
De ser deportado.
Of being deported, that they separate me from my son.
Now, you watch the other ladies say how she does not want to be deported, when she's away from her child, that's the biggest worry she has. Now we're going to go to Mexico and see the Venezuelans stuck in Mexico, whether they're going to try to stay in Mexico or try to come to America since the TPS revocation. And as we watch this, please like and subscribe.
The Omer from Venezuela was hoping by this point he'd have his own house in the United States. Instead, he's building someone else's in Mexico.
Sorry for pausing immediately, but did you hear that part? They say that he was hoping to already have a house in America, but unfortunately he is now in Mexico building a house for someone else. So I found that interesting because that's quite fast to be having a house. Like, you just arrive in America and you already have a house. Is that what he thinks happens? Like, that's not the case for most people. Even most Americans in America do not own a house. So I don't know how, the information that he got, that maybe he thinks it's quite easy. You just come in, no credit history, no nothing, and then you can just get a house the next day. But let's hear what he has to say.
I was looking for a better future for myself and my family. I left Venezuela around 11 months ago. I arrived here in Mexico City on July the 28th last year. The plan was to cross into the States, but unfortunately it didn't work out, so here we are.
He's stuck in limbo. So are thousands of other Venezuelan migrants in Mexico. Under President Trump, the US has definitively closed its border to them. And despite the problems in Venezuela, many now want to go home. The only problem, the Venezuelan government only runs one repatriation flight from Mexico a month, and the waiting list for it runs, Mexican authorities told us, to 25,000 people. There's more than 200 Venezuelans being accommodated right now in this government-run shelter in Mexico City while they wait for their chance to board a flight home.
Okay, so did you hear that? The Venezuelan government only does one flight a month from Mexico back to Venezuela. And the waiting list is, what did they say? Like 25,000 people. 25,000 people waiting for that one flight out of Mexico. Like, how long is gonna take? Like, because in a flight that's gonna be like 250 people max, and there are 25,000 people waiting. So man, that is insane. So it's gonna have to do 100 flights. That's 100 months. I don't know how. That's close to like 10 years. 10 years to get a flight from. That's insane. But I have been to Mexico when I was in Mexico like a year and a half ago, and I met a lot of Venezuelans who are have assimilated into Mexico. Now, there is some tension, though. There is some tension between Mexicans and Venezuelans. That's the reality that I saw. Most of the times, they do not really like each other. And I'll be blunt and just say that most Mexicans believe Venezuelans see them as less than, and Venezuelans are more entitled. They feel they deserve this. So that is just what I'm saying. Don't shoot the messenger. That is what I was told by the Mexican guides, my Mexican friends who are there with me in Mexico. Shout out to Mexico. But the reason why I'm saying this is because you see in America, once the Venezuelans arrive in America, they vote for Republicans. They feel protected. They want other Latin immigrants to be kind of hurt. And then they go to Mexico, they feel the same. They feel the same, like they are, they deserve better. They deserve something. Now, this is not me inciting. This is just an observation. But you will see in this next 1 minute what I'm talking about.
Adrian's been here for a month, earning what he can, plying his trade as a barber while he waits.
We want to work, but if we go out and the embassy people come, we could lose our chance to get on the flight. I feel bad, in limbo. I don't know what's going to happen, if we'll get to go or not.
Over the years, many Venezuelans have actually decided to stay in Mexico. It might not be the promised land, but it's not their homeland with its problems either. I asked Adrian why he doesn't want to stay.
Mexico's treated me badly. I've been kidnapped, robbed and humiliated at work. They don't pay us properly.
You see, that is what I was saying. So the guy, he stays in Mexico, he works in Mexico. He's getting a living and everything in Mexico. And still he says Mexico has treated him very badly. Very badly. So he wants out. He wants out of Mexico. Now, I don't know if that's how you you thank people hosting you, or, you know, because he arrived in Mexico one way. If Mexico was that bad, he could always, you know, find a way out. But that's my point, really. My point is, it's not good. It's not good what's happening. It's not good to feel that you deserve the best. F other people, F the other immigrants, F whoever. But then when the tables are turned on you, you are like, oh no, please don't do this to me. It's shameful. But let's just finish this clip.
Stories like this are common here. Systematic kidnapping of migrants, exploitation in the workplace. Venezuela's in worse shape. Its economy remains in ruins. Its democracy too. But at least it's home. John Holman, Al Jazeera, Mexico City.
Okay, so they want out. But we'll see. We'll see what happens if the people are going to wait for the one flight out of Mexico, which by my rough math is going to take roughly 10 years, 8 to 10 years to leave, because it's a sad situation, really. It's a very sad situation overall. So I'm just going to stop the video right there. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and of course, share this on all the networks. I'll see you.
Oh my goodness, all the networks! Wow! All the networks!